Hey there YouTube, it's been a while. Well, for my next Let's Play video, I didn't want to jump directly into Blue Shift. I wanted to do a game that was close to my childhood, more close to my heart and soul really. And Blue Shift is certainly not that. I searched for the longest time, high and low, to find a game that would qualify for that, and I believe I found it. Super Mario Brothers since 1985. As soon as it begins to boot up. Deluxe Edition. Oh man, this is really the best thing. I didn't have a Nintendo growing up as a kid, but I did have a Game Boy Color, and this is my Super Mario Brothers, or at least how I experienced it. This is going to be a pretty quick one, just me showing you everything about it, so let's jump right in to looking at stuff. Original 1985 is the game. Well, it's kind of a game. There's a challenge mode, which is you get a certain score in each of the stages. A versus game, you could link two Game Boy Advances together to play. Checking out the records, there was a scoreboard in the 1999 version of Super Mario Brothers that would keep track of your score, as leaderboards tend to often do, but the real trick of it was, if you had somebody else who had a copy of the game, you could trade your scores through the Game Link cable, so you could constantly, say, compete on each other's high scoreboards if you're really into playing Super Mario Brothers over and over again for a high score. You could also print it out using the Game Boy printer. I used to have one of those as a kid, but never wasted the pages on printing out my leaderboards for myself, especially when it was in black and white. There's also this for you couldn't do any of the challenge stages listed here unless you completed them in the original game, and that's why only those are highlighted. I did a test run of this before, but forgot to record the sound, so here we are. You unlock the album as you play through the game, all of its modes and everything, and as you complete certain things. For instance, this is from getting a 1-up, this is from triggering the fireworks, and this is from taking the little warp area, the little warp button. Yep. You got these for enemies you destroyed, the spiny shells, and whatever that thing is. I have no idea, my memory's blanking on me. You unlock these as you complete sections of the game. There are several modes in this, actually. The toy box has numerous things. You only have 2 of them to start with. The calendar is something else, really. It went all the way to $29.99. I guess they figured that the Game Boy Color's technology wouldn't last beyond at least 1,000 years. I did set up a little journal entry to commemorate playing this again. Let's see what it says. Oh, right. Well, at least this time I adhered to the schedule I set for myself. Anywho, let's move on to the fortune telling. Ooh, look at me. Yes, you could pick your fortune in this game. It reset itself every time you started the Game Boy Color up, which is important for a reason I'll try to show you. It could take a little while, it's random. Oh, nope, there it is, of course. You notice that the fortune below is sometimes related to Mario, although sometimes it's general proverb advice. You also notice that when I got extremely lucky, I got 5 up. Every time I continue the game before turning it off, I'll have 5 extra lives during the original game. You already start with 5 lives, so this means you get 10 lives and unlimited continues. The Game Boy Color version was pretty lenient on that, but you'll see why they needed to put those in as we get there. I'd better jump right into the 1985 game before I forget about it completely. Let's go ahead and erase this. I don't want to have any memories of that terrible run. The clear list is below. You can continually play through the levels as you go. You can level select at any point once you beat the game if you want to go back and take care of the levels you skipped using the warp zone, as you see by the pipes. Let's get to it. Now, as you see, this is Super Mario Brothers on the Game Boy. There's a couple of key differences, though. For one thing, you notice that the screen has to scroll. That's because they decided they would rather show Mario in its original sprite form rather than make him tiny and the screen not have to scroll like Super Mario Land. Other than that, it's relatively the same Mario. It's just kind of more difficult because you don't have as much room in front of you to judge when you have to stop running, to judge your jumps downward because the camera has to scroll. I wouldn't call it a significantly harder version, but it's certainly caused me problems, both now and as a child. Now, let's see if I can actually get to the top. I've never once made that jump this recording session. Oh well, did I at least get the fireworks? Nope. What a shame. I also love the detail of this map. Beep, beep, beep. Sorry. Yeah, I just had to. Sorry, I'm reminiscing in childhood right now. You also notice that the scoreboard is significantly condensed. There's no Mario. The coin is now one little bar thing, and the time limit and the world has both been either removed or smaller. You can still do a very cool thing with the scoreboard that everybody as a child loved. You'll get to see that if all goes well. I don't remember if you could do the world -1 trick. I've not tried it in this version. But it would be cool if they left it in just as a little cheat to the fans. You could still run in front of the scoreboard, which is about as amusing as it was back in the day. And warps still work as always they did. It's a little more difficult to judge those jumps though, because you're kind of jumping blind at points, as you see. I'm just gonna run straight to World 8 as fast as I can. This is by no means a complete run, as everybody's already played Super Mario Brothers. By that I mean every single person in the entire world that is relevant to this video. So you don't need to watch me play it again. So I'm just gonna run through as quick as possible just to show you all the cool things about the deluxe version. And as you see, having to jump blind there is kind of a problem because Latiku is always, unless you jump way up here off screen. In fact, they had to put this cloud there as kind of like a little tip to where he is, because he's not really that high, or he's not really that low in the sky, rather. He's much higher in the sky, but they have to put that there so you know where he is. Nice little touch, but still really annoying to jump blind. You have no many times how I've jumped into a shell. I could not see him preparing. But I'm complaining about this. Why should I? It's the best. It's Mario Brothers on Game Boy Color. It's everything I asked for. I played this on the bus and at home when my Genesis was taken by other people all the time. Well, occupied, I should say, by the family. I wasn't stolen. And as I'm reminiscing about my childhood and not looking at the screen, I jumped right into the pit. Sound is a little lagged on my end because I'm using a little weird recording method for this one, but hopefully the video should still sync up. Oh shit, don't go past there yet. You gotta warp, you gotta cheat. There's another warp later in the level, but it doesn't go to World 8, it goes to World 7. Shit, don't use that one though. Makes it impossible for Big Mario. Oop, oop, oop. There we go. Let's also not fall off the... There, alright. You notice he climbs faster than the vine grows. This makes for very amusing things when you outrun the vine. Oh, man. Get it there. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. You'll also notice that the music doesn't sound exactly like the NES version is. I imagine they didn't use the same sound chip because console to handheld, but it's a pretty reasonable facsimile. This is most noticeable when you get to other music in the game. This one sounds pretty much like the original, excuse me. I don't know what those little tiny blue things are called, I swear. Well, they're black in this one, but I mean they're blue in the picture frame. No wait, they're blue underground and they're black there. I don't get it. Ah, whatever. Comments, tell me what that is. I don't know for after 20 years of this game. I've had some real problems recording World 8.1, not because it's difficult to record, it's just kind of a tough level in the Game Boy because you're making blind jumps at times with the camera angle going up and down, and the reduced field of view in front of you, front indeed. Would really help if I had not died and lost Firefly, but what can you do? You know, sometimes I have to scroll the camera up and down just to judge the jump correctly. That was a feature they added specifically for this. Whoop-oh. I usually don't run out of time this early. This is concerning me. Of course, I believe there was a halfway point that I missed. Oh, there we go. Okay. Don't mess up so close. No! Oh, well. Pathetic 400. I'm shaming my young self, although I probably wasn't much better at this game. I remember my brother beating it, but not me. Okay, not bad. Oh, I remember this level now. God damn it. This Latiku is such a pain on this one, especially on the Game Boy version. Let me see if I can kill him. Yes, that gives me like a minute free time, if I remember. And God, am I gonna need it. Are the Hammer Brothers on this level? I don't remember. Oh god. Yeah, okay. Remember in the original NES, Hammer Brothers, when they threw like 5 hammers at a time? Instead of Super Mario Bros. 3, where they threw like 1 or 2, right? Also, I'm also still reminiscing and forgetting to move. Well. Damn it. I thought he would throw it past me or in the pit, and I clearly judged that wrong. Whoop, this is the time. Get over here. That'll do it. Whoop, 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 no! I don't believe I ever beat this game before. I'll be proud of myself if I did. Even though it's on the Game Boy version with unlimited continues and 10 lives, so not as proud as I should be. Also, I might actually die with 10 lives. That's really bad. Oh god. Get up there. Look, you scrolled with me. Ugh, it's terrible. What misery is this? Oh god. Oh! It's called skill. Skill right there. Untapped potential to jump directly into a Koopa, jumping in the air. Wow. This may... Okay, this wasn't as bad as the test run, because the test run I didn't get past this level at all, and was in fact stuck on 8.1 most of the time, but this is still pretty embarrassing. Oh god. Whoop, whoop. Dip, dip, nope, nope. Okay. If I make noises, I will perform better. Trust me, I know. It's like how holding AB down makes you capture the Pokemon. I don't even know how people found out about that. It's like how people... How did you find out to blow on the cartridges? I know this has been discussed before, but I want to bring it to a different topic. How did people find out how to... that holding AB down would supposedly make you capture Pokemon faster in the original version? Because I know I did as a kid. I probably broke my D-pad doing that. Oh, God. I don't have anything to say about this game anymore. So I was talking about Pokemon, and the game punished me with the game over. Alright, let's use the leaderboard. I'm going to put in my favorite color, green, and blue. Let's just make it offensively irreadable as possible. I could probably cycle through the colors, but that would take far too long. As if this wasn't already. Alright! Daniel has 4 different colors. It works. Hey look, there's the score I got for the test run up in the blue. I did worse somehow, even though I got there faster. Who knows? Anyway, you can continue as many times as you want. I'll spare you. But there you go. That is Super Mario Brothers Deluxe 1999 version, 1985 edition of the game that you play originally. I forgot to say you could unlock the Japanese version of Super Mario Brothers 2 if you beat the game. That would appear where the clouds are. You could also unlock a Race versus Boo versus Boo. Yes, through Worlds 1, 4, and 2, 4, I believe. But yep, that's Super Mario Brothers Deluxe. Better stop this before it gets even more completely out of hand. I run out of things to say. Take it easy.